Breaking news developing right now from the State Department. Ed Henry is live on the phone with new developments we're just getting. Ed, what can you tell us?
Good evening, Shannon. There had been rumors of this all night, that there was some sort of an incident inside Libya that involved U.S. personnel being detained. We've now confirmed that it's U.S. military personnel. This on-the-record confirmation coming from Jen Psaki. She's the spokesperson over at the State Department for Secretary of State John Kerry. She tells Fox, quote, "We can confirm that 4 U.S. military personnel are currently being held in Libyan government custody. We are seeking to further ascertain the facts and ensure their release. We're in touch with Libyan officials on this issue." Now, as you can imagine, that's a very vague statement. My sense is they're trying to be very careful, because my sense is that behind the scenes there are some pretty intense negotiations going on right now. The U.S. government is not going to give us a lot of details about that, because they want to make sure that these 4 U.S. military personnel get out safely, get home here around the holidays. They are not giving us any details about which military branch it is. Now, however, I've heard from other reporting from one official that these U.S. military personnel are involved in helping secure the U.S. embassy in Tripoli. That would suggest it's U.S. Marines. I don't have that confirmed, but I want to be careful and point out that U.S. Marines typically help secure U.S. embassies around the world. That's something we can ascertain. Obviously, extremely sensitive issue given what happened in Benghazi just over a year ago. This, though, in a different part of Libya. We expect and anticipate from our reporting that it's in Tripoli. But the bottom line is we have no sense as to why the Libyan government would have brought in and detained these 4 U.S. military personnel. We have already seen, obviously, in our reporting over recent months, that the Libyan government has been very difficult in terms of U.S. investigation of what happened in Benghazi. So there have already been problems between these two governments. This is a very confusing situation, and obviously it appears tonight the Obama administration is working furiously to try and release these U.S. military personnel, 4 of them, Shannon.
And of course, that is the #1 priority. Ed, thank you so much for keeping us up to date as this has been breaking news. We appreciate you calling into the Kelly File tonight. Right, joining us now, John Bolton, former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations and a Fox News contributor. Ambassador, what do you make of this news? Obviously, as Ed pointed out and all of our viewers know, there's a very delicate relationship now between the U.S. and Libya, given the deadly attack in Benghazi that left 4 Americans dead. What does this say to you tonight with the limited facts we know?
Well, delicate as well, because this is the government that the White House allowed to come into power after the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi. So if this incident really is a conscious decision by the government in Tripoli to detain these 4 Americans, perhaps, as Ed says, Marine security guards, I think that's going to cause real trouble for the administration in our efforts to have the government of Libya extend its control over the rest of the country, which is degenerated into terrorist camps, al-Qaeda affiliates, and the like. Look, this could simply be a mistake by some local police official. It could be the Marines were out having a few pops. Who knows at this point? But I can understand why there's concern in Washington that if this is not handled correctly, it could be a major problem for the United States on the ground in Libya.
All right, well, we will definitely keep an eye on that, and as we get more news.